Right now at 10, it's the giving season in the Madison Metropolitan School District. How one fundraiser is designed to help its students. The former Meriter nurse accused of abusing infants goes to court. We'll have the latest on his hearing. And why some students and parents are concerned about a schedule change at La Follette High School.
This is News 3 at 10.
Thank you for joining us tonight. A fundraiser started just to shake things up in the office has now gone beyond this office's wildest dreams. Amy Reed shows us how the holiday spirit infected one office and how they're now looking to spread the joy.
As we get closer to Christmas, your office may be getting into the holiday spirit, but we talked to one HR department today who's taking that spirit beyond office decorations.
A little bit more gets added. Today, I think, was the first day of the fireplace.
Every year, the Human Resources Department at Madison Metropolitan School District,
Cindy has always has Snoopy's.
Gets into the holidays.
Whole cube wrapping papered.
Decked out cubicles, awards for ugliest sweater, but then they got this idea to create a fundraiser.
In HR, there's about 25 people, so we thought, oh, we'll do a little collection. We'll collect a few $100 and we'll put that money towards, paying down these school lunch balances.
Then they took it to Facebook, putting up a goal to bring in $500.
$500 I was like, that was my ambitious goal of reaching something, and then it just blew up.
500 quickly became thousands, each person contributing just a little bit, compounding to this. It's exciting for the department, these women saying the money will go to pay off lunches some students couldn't afford.
I'm sure this is only one of many things that they're thinking about in their lives, so to take away one thing,
yeah.
It's great.
And now this movement, sparked by an idea, is reminding them what's possible, especially around the holidays.
Sometimes you think that helping is just this little tiny seed and it's not going to really produce any type of momentum, or it's not going to impact that well. And if you plant it and let it grow, it might just explode to $6,000.
They said they don't know how long the fundraiser is going to go on, but they said that you can always donate to take care of the lunch balance through the district, even after the decorations come down. Amy Reed, WISC News 3.
If you want to contribute, you can do so by sending a check or cash to the school district, or we can link you to their Facebook page on our website. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalsi with a look at your first alert forecast. Hi, Gary.
Hi, Charlotte. Boys, it's mild out here. 10 o'clock at night, and temperatures are still above freezing, and it looks like they will stay that way overnight. Let's take a look at Doppler track. You can see some light rain showers over southern Iowa, parts of west central Illinois starting to spread toward the north and northeast. Probably we'll see a couple of showers later on tonight. I think tonight we'll see precipitation in a liquid form. Now, tomorrow afternoon, temperatures turn a little colder. Might see a few flakes of snow mix in, but that should not stick to the ground. In fact, this morning we started out very mild at 30 degrees. Our average high temperature for today, 29. That just shows you how mild it was. And our high of 46 was 17 degrees above normal here in Madison. Milwaukee hit 47. Boscobel again at 50 degrees, and temperatures are in the 50s over much of eastern Iowa and parts of northern Illinois. Current temperatures are still above 40 degrees here in Madison and in the mid to upper 30s in the northern parts of our viewing area. By tomorrow morning, we'll still be in the upper 30s. Now, a few rain showers will develop overnight. Temperatures will probably reach their peak of high of about 40 tomorrow morning before falling off a bit in the afternoon. That means any rain showers could mix with a few flakes of snow before ending, but again, nothing should stick to the ground. That's your first alert forecast.
Thank you, Gary. A former Meriter Hospital nurse facing 19 felony counts of child abuse is headed to trial. 43-year-old Christopher Capham is charged with multiple counts of intentional child abuse and abuse of a patient causing great bodily harm. News 3 first reported the investigation into his activities back in February. Court records show a total of 9 babies born at Meriter were abused from March 2017 to February of 2018. Today in court, Capham stood silent while a not guilty plea was entered on his behalf. He was then bound over for trial. Court records do not show the next time Capham will be in court. The Madison Police Department is investigating after a high-speed chase crash. The Dane County Medical Examiner's Office says 24-year-old Kendrick Bridges died in the crash. It started around 8:30 last night when a Dane County deputy tried pulling over a car in the town of Burke. That car sped off at speeds reaching 100 miles an hour. A few minutes later, the car crashed into a pole at Wheeler and School Roads. Both people in the vehicle were taken to the hospital where Bridges died. There's no word on the other person's condition. The man who was sentenced to 40 years in a mental institution for the deadly shooting on Interstate 3990 will spend 15 more years committed. As part of a plea agreement, Zachary Hayes pleaded no contest to 2 counts of first-degree recklessly endangering safety and was found not guilty by reason of mental disease or defect today in Columbia County Court. He was sentenced to 15 years in a mental institute. In 2016, he killed Tracy Chechkowski while she was with her family and heading back to Illinois from Wisconsin Dells. In June, Hayes was sentenced to 40 years in a mental institution. He will serve those terms consecutively. Officials in a small town in Walworth County say a lack of resources most likely contributed to a fire destroying a residential home last night. The town of Richmond has a population of about 2,000 people, but no permanent fire station. Crews from Whitewater were first on the scene, but that station is 15 minutes away, minutes that Fire Captain Ryan Dion says can be crucial.
The time to recognize the incident, the time for somebody to call the incident in, the time for them to get dispatched, the people to respond to the station, get dressed, staff apparatus, and then actually go to the incident. It takes time.
Leaders from the town say they have been in discussion with the county about putting a small station in Richmond, although they say that could be difficult to do because of cost. The Sun Prairie Police Department plans to release the results of a criminal investigation into the deadly explosion that rocked the city on July 10th. Court documents show a contractor did not properly mark the natural gas line and instead marked a spot 25 feet away. That line was struck and caused the deadly explosion, which killed Fire Captain Corey Barr, injured another firefighter, and destroyed businesses and homes. Guimo's Mexican restaurant had to close for about a month, and the owner says they are still trying to get back on their feet. He's hoping tomorrow's announcement will bring some closure.
After all this time, it's just, you just want to know, what really happened, and that's it, because that's all that you need to know.
The mayor of Sun Prairie says his goal is to create new development in the place of the 5 buildings that were destroyed in the explosion. Change is coming for La Follette High School students in the 2019-2020 academic year. Currently, students at La Follette have block scheduling. Well, next year, they will be moving to a 7-day period. That change was approved by the La Follette High School administrative team as well as the MIT Teachers Union. One administrator says the change will give students access to coursework throughout the entire year, but not all students are on board.
On our current schedule, students finish a course at the semester. And so sometimes that interferes with testing, that interferes with access to rigorous coursework throughout the year. And so this gives our kids the opportunity to work through classes an entire year.
Having the classes every other day with my schedule, it works perfect. Just switching to the every day with each teacher is going to be confusing to most students.
The 7-period schedule will also add 900 more instructional minutes to the school year. The Senate has approved legislation to temporarily fund the government and avoid a federal shutdown over President Donald Trump's border wall. Senators passed the measure on a voice vote just about an hour ago. It goes to the House next. Congress faces a Friday deadline when funding for part of the federal government expires. Trump has not yet said he will support the measure, but the White House says he'll take a look. It does not provide the $5 billion Trump wants for the wall. Instead, it funds border security and other agencies at current levels through February 8th. Democratic Governor-elect Tony Evers has chosen 4 prominent Milwaukee leaders to hold top-level cabinet positions in his new administration. Joel Brennan, Chief Executive Officer for Discovery World, will serve as his top aide, heading the Department of Administration. Brennan previously served as campaign manager for Milwaukee Mayor Tom Barrett. Preston Cole will lead the Department of Natural Resources. U.S. Marshal Kevin Carr will be Secretary of the Corrections Department, and Sarah Meany will be his Tourism Secretary.
These are extremely talented people, great problem solvers. They're going to be able to connect the dots. We're going to solve issues for the people of Wisconsin.
Republican Speaker Robin Vos released a statement following Evers' cabinet secretary's announcement saying, "I would like to congratulate the new cabinet secretaries from Milwaukee on their appointments and welcome them to state government. The individuals appear to be well qualified, but for the most part, lack significant state government experience. Governor-elect Evers' outreach plan to take applications from across the state was cause for optimism, which is why I'm so greatly disappointed that his top 4 appointments were from Milwaukee. After 3 years as House Speaker and nearly 2 decades in Congress, Paul Ryan says farewell. The signature achievement of the Ryan House of Representatives is the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act signed into law 1 year ago. Ryan praised the criminal justice reform bill that will likely be sent to the president's desk soon. He also challenged the next Congress to take up the issues he wasn't able to get done, particularly comprehensive immigration reform.
Getting this right is an economic and moral imperative, and it would go a long way toward taking some of the venom out of our discourse.
Ryan will return to Wisconsin to spend more time with his family. He has not indicated what's next in his political and professional life. House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi is expected to succeed Ryan as Speaker next month. Congressman Kevin McCarthy will be the top Republican in the House as Minority Leader. There's more to come on News 3 at 10. Up next, it's the season of giving. How one woman is taking it to a whole new level in hopes of making spirits brighter even beyond the holidays. It's the season of giving. One Sauk County woman is taking that idea to a whole new level in hopes of keeping spirits bright even beyond the holidays. Jamie Perez joins us now with the story. Jamie?
Right, so this woman is truly incredible. The woman who started this campaign is actually a real estate agent who loves to help people. So she started this idea to continue that passion, and you can tell it's paying off.
It only takes one person to make a difference.
I actually want to pay for your gas today.
No.
Because I'm doing a Pay It Forward campaign.
I would love that. Tracy Thompson is that one. And this is just one example from the Pay It Forward campaign she's trying to gain momentum for.
So it started in the community about a week and a half ago. And so we're just trying to spread kindness. So passing this card to somebody like you, and then you can do something kind for someone else and hope the movement just continues.
Yeah, this
So,
it's
yeah.
such a great idea.
This card gets passed on through acts of kindness. Tracy paid for her gas. Now she will go out and do something kind for someone else, who will do something nice for someone else, and so forth.
And there's been so many times in my life that people have done kind things for me, and I just know how good that feels. So
She got the idea from a friend in Canada, but found a way to bring it to her own community.
it gives me goosebumps when I see or hear stories throughout our town.
There are 50 cards circulating in the Sauk County area.
But my hopes are that this card keeps popping up months down the road.
The kindness can be whatever you want it to be.
It can be shoveling someone's sidewalk. It could be vacuuming a loved one's car. It could be baking cookies for a neighbor.
Here's how it's worked so far.
I think it's such an amazing idea just for our community, and I think it's so simple. I mean, kindness is so simple.
Courtney Dean was one of the original holders of a card. She started the momentum by giving the owner of this coffee shop $20 to pay for the next however many cups of coffee for the next several customers.
I know this is something very small, but I think it can, make somebody's day.
John Brennan was the one she handed that $20 bill to.
I was blown away, and it was a very nice way to start the day.
John paid it forward by purchasing coffee for every teacher at the Sauk Prairie Bridges Elementary School this morning.
It's great because I think it's starting a dialogue for kindness.
Kindness, something we could all use a little more of. The holidays are a great way to start, and this is a great way to keep it going.
Thank you. It's so nice to see you.
Other acts that have been done include buying hot chocolate for the school crossing guards, sporting events tickets for families, paying for someone's groceries, and so forth. Of course, you do not need to have an act of kindness card to pay it forward or do something kind. It's just creating kindness movement and keeping it going.
Oh, it'd be nice to see that go over and over and over
And just
again.
the cards just recycled throughout the communities. Yeah, it's a great thing.
Well, hopefully we'll get our hands on a card here soon.
Hopefully.
All right, Jamie, thank you.
Yeah.
Let's go to Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti now with a look at your first alert forecast. Hi, Gary.
Hi, very mild out here. I'll pay it forward, at least temperature-wise. Temperatures were about 17 degrees above average here in Madison today, and still some rain showers showing up on radar to our south and to our west. By the time they reach us later on tonight, they'll still be in a liquid form. Later tomorrow, we could see a few flakes of snow mix in with the rain, but not looking for anything that'll stick to the ground. And here's the current snow depth, and you can see much of southern and eastern Wisconsin now snow-free, and even where there's snow on the ground, much of this is an inch or two at most. A lot of bare spots there, just not a widespread snow coverage. Taking a look at our longer-range computer models, we're zooming it down now into the area of the upper Midwest for the next week or so. You can see the showers coming in later tonight into tomorrow. This computer model, because it's a more global model, the resolution isn't quite as tight, so you don't see the smaller showers, but these are areas that could see at least a little bit of rain or maybe a little snow mixed in. Then that heads off to the east. Weather stays quiet for Friday into Saturday. Saturday morning, there might be thick enough cloud cover to generate a few flurries, but other than that, things will stay pretty quiet as we head through Christmas Eve day and then Christmas Eve night, maybe a few flurries into Christmas Day morning. And then that storm system we've been talking about, this is Wednesday morning, rain with some snow and freezing rain in the northern parts of our viewing area, gradually lifting north through the time. And then on Thursday, the whole system lifts out, changes over to light snow, and then by Friday and Saturday, that's gone. Now, as far as snowfall amounts by early on Christmas Day morning, if we get 1/10 of an inch here in Madison, that would be a lot. But beyond that, as that storm system continues to roll to the north and east, you can see it generates a lot of snow to the north and west, according to the computer model. So if you have travel plans up toward the Twin Cities, perhaps in the late Wednesday, Thursday timeframe, that could be a pretty tricky forecast. Now, the European computer model, and this starts on Christmas Eve at 6 p.m., shows a weather system passing to our south, generating a few flurries here, but maybe some accumulating snow by Christmas morning across parts of northern Illinois. Then that system heads out. The next one is delayed, so it doesn't arrive until late Wednesday and into Thursday. Again, a rain-snow mix changing over to rain here, and then a little bit of snow on the back edge with some flurries as the whole system lifts out. As far as snowfall amounts by early on Christmas Day morning, if the European model is right, there could be a white Christmas to our south while we stay green here in southern Wisconsin. But then that next weather system, well, you can see the effects that has. More heavy snow. Again, that one a little bit more north and west of the Twin Cities. But again, travel plans into Minnesota, that does bear some watching, especially as you head into later Wednesday and Thursday. Edgewater Sky Camp downtown Madison, pretty quiet out there. Our high today, 46 degrees, the low temperature at 30. Our forecast for tonight calls for a low of 38 degrees, perhaps a few showers late. Then tomorrow, look for a high temperature of 40 degrees, and then falling temperatures in the afternoon could mix a few snowflakes in with the rain showers. You can see on Future Track those showers late tonight, then a rain or snow shower chance during the day tomorrow. Tomorrow night, that should end, although the clouds will linger around into much of the day on Friday. Friday's high temperatures low to mid 30s. 7 to 10 day forecast, those temperatures a little cooler for the weekend, but still above normal. Highs in the lower 30s. Look for some flurry chances from Christmas Day night into Christmas Eve night into Christmas Day. Then that storm system Wednesday and Thursday. Mainly rain here, some mix to the north, and then colder weather after that. So again, travel plans later in the week after Christmas to the north and west. Keep an eye on that forecast.
All right, Gary, thank you.
You're welcome.
It looks like Aaron Rodgers plans on playing this Sunday against the Jets. He'll explain why in sports.
There's every reason for Aaron Rodgers to not play in the Packers' final 2 games of the season, but Rodgers says it's important for him to play to show leadership. Rodgers was a full participant in practice in Green Bay today, which would suggest he'll be in there Sunday, even though the Packers are out of playoff consideration. Rodgers, of course, was harassed all day by the Bears' defense Sunday and tweaked his groin in the game, but he wants to lead by example.
You know, how could I stand here and say that, you know, these games that don't matter for playoffs, I'm going to cash it in. It's just not the way I lead, and I'm super competitive, and I want to be out there with the guys, and I look forward to being out there.
We always take the week kind of to see where everybody's at, and but you know, I'm hopeful that he's going to practice. I'm hopeful he's going to play, but certainly, yeah, it's a little early to say exactly where everybody's at.
The Badger football program had its work done pretty early on early signing day. 19 scholarship players, including Janesville Craig's Keanu Benton, and 6 walk-ons, including Fenimore's Logan O'Brien, officially become part of the Badger football program today. Wisconsin considered to have a top 30 recruiting class nationally. Now, one thing that does stand out about this group, the Badgers got a 5-star recruit. Logan Brown is a 6'6", 288-pound offensive lineman from Grand Rapids, Michigan. And the Badgers also secure one of the best quarterbacks in the country, Graham Mertz from Overland Park, Kansas, who set a state record with 51 touchdown passes this season. Paul Christ happy with today's recruiting class.
And I think in all this recruiting, it comes down to a fit. And we certainly are excited and feel that the kids that signed today are a great fit here. And likewise, they think that, you know, Wisconsin's the best fit for them. Already it's a close class. They've, you know, a number of them done a great job of just staying in touch with each other. And so we're excited about this class for a number of reasons. Certainly the football aspect of it, but as important is who they are and how they'll fit.
As far as the national picture on early signing day, guess what? Alabama said to have the best recruiting class, according to CBS and 24/7 Sports. 25 of Alabama's 26 recruits are 4 or 5 stars. In the Big Ten, Michigan is 7th nationally, Penn State 10th. This is the early signing period. The traditional signing day is February 6th next year. One of the greatest female swimmers in history is retiring at age 23. Missy Franklin, who's a 5-time Olympic gold medalist, has had chronic shoulder pain the last couple of years and said it took a long time to admit she had to retire. Franklin won her first Olympic gold medal in the London Olympics when she was only 17 years old. The Bucs sent their first-round draft pick to the minors tonight. Dante DiVincenzo was assigned to the Wisconsin Herd of the G League. DiVincenzo had seen his playing time with the Bucs decrease lately, so he should get plenty of minutes with the Herd, starting with his first game tomorrow. Tonight, the Bucs face the New Orleans Pelicans at Fiserv Forum. The Pelican star Anthony Davis hurt his ankle, had an illness, but played through it. 27 points, 11 rebounds for the Brow. Giannis scored 25 for the Bucs, but the guy making the big plays down the stretch was DJ Wilson, who had 9 points and 10 rebounds. Final score, Bucs 123, Pelicans 115. And we'll be right back.
Gary's here with the final check of your forecast.
A couple of rain showers still showing up across southern Iowa that'll reach us here late tonight, early tomorrow morning. I think the chances for a few flakes of snow to mix in are going to be pretty slim because temperatures right now are still in the lower 40s, only drop into the upper 30s overnight. Look for a high around 40 for tomorrow. If we see a few flakes of snow, they'll be late in the afternoon before they end. Then quiet weather up through the Christmas holidays, some flurries Christmas Eve night to Christmas Day morning, and then we'll watch that storm Wednesday and Thursday.
Well, if you want some snow, go someplace else, I suppose.
Up north.
All right, thank you. Thanks for joining us. Do something good, and we'll see you here tomorrow.